very creative, and Carzzy's had a heck of a split.
I also think it's a hard lane to fall behind on, I'll be honest. Like, you can engage on the Leona, but Eclipse is such a powerful self-defense tool. The Corki can go in as well, but the Leona should just be able to...
Czajek's done pretty well for himself, given that his expectations, I think, were considerably lower. He's had some incredible games. Potential gank coming in topside, 1-1-3, what do you got?
Skipped his entire topside for this. He knew the wave was pushing in. Nako trying to flash away. He's going to get locked up. Permafrost stuns him, and there is Burst Blood. BDS...
Scuttle, he's not going to be able to take camps away, so really well played from 1-1-3, who we did say, good amount of options from him and a lot of responsibility to get the game going. This is now around bot side.
Buzzy's low though, down to 100 HP, does have the cleanse, no barrier for him. Lyncas comes in, lands the knock-up onto Ice, who does still have that flash. Heal comes out, there's the cleanse as well. Ice and Parus able to survive the dive.
Well, maybe they won't.
Vitality giving up some pressure on that bot lane tower, a plate going over to Irrelevant, so that's kind of the trade we've seen thus far. Now with Ice a little bit separated from the team, 1-1-3 going to try and land this smite, can't quite get it. The jump in by Parus though with a double knockup, pushed back by the Pathmaker, Gravity Well coming out as well by Nuke, and unable to catch Vitality inside it. So in the end, it's 3 grubs over to Vitality.
I've never heard of him in my life. So one of the most interesting things that Finn was talking to me about, players on both these teams, Hylissang on one side and 1-1-3 on the other, is how that late game. So plates like this would help you get there quicker. 2
plates and a TP advantage as well, because Nuke TP'd up to the top side. Czajek still has his, so if Vitality want to make a play in the next few minutes and use that advantage, they can. Hilly's going to use the oracles here, locked up with the Glacial Prison, and Hylissang's dead. And that's well played by BDS. Hilly's just poking his nose in, seeing if there's something there. Lyncas jumping forward as well. I think he got the smite on the Gromp, so does manage to steal it away. Yeah, but BDS kind of cheated tempo a little bit. They just had an extra man sitting there. Czajek goes in. Puts down the... Okay, no.
Oh,
no, man.
No.
Czajek. He dashes forward. Permafrost's going to stun him up. 1-1-3 will take him out. Lyncas tries to save the day, but... Yeah, the first one, Hilly was a little bit...
He must have thought that was a one-person play and that maybe Lyncas could come back and join in, but that felt like it was very, very...
Oh, this is nice, though. Lyncas stays around, knew that Nuke was backing in the bush. Well played by Lyncas. Nuke greedy positioning as well.
What is happening? Both of our teams starting to get something.
You can see Hilly was thinking about it, but in the end, it's called off. 16 seconds on the Drake.
Yeah, good ward coverage from Vitality, but the backs are coming at a really good time for BDS. Here comes Parus.
Parus looks for Lyncas, will get him in the pit, but that quickness not really doing too much. The Permafrost though on Hilly, he goes back in with 100 HP, locks up Parus, who tries to dive away. The Emperor's Revival will lock him up. There's 2 kills already to BDS. Nako TP'd in, as has Irrelevant, but he's a mile away from the fight. In the end, BDS find 2 in the battle.
Because depending on what the Rift is, of course, and the soul that's on it, they are going to be starting to really rue that soul coming around the corner. Yeah. It's really when you get around to 2 items that you start ignoring your lane opponent and you just show the fear of God to the other people on the Rift. Really, Lyncas having to flash out just before Herald.
And Hilly walks back in! Oh, Hilly has the flash here, but he's locked up, stunned up, flashes the wall, and there goes the Arcane Storm. Oh, Hilly. I'm honest, like being honest, I think if you're BDS, don't even try. Like, what are you fighting over in the next couple of minutes, right? There's no Drake, there's no Baron. Vitality can try and force for a tower, but who cares? You're going to get there late, give them the false life. Well played by Vitality to take it, but if BDS had overextended back into that, I think it would have been...
Go straight down to that dragon alone. BDS, they don't want to force this, they don't want to go too quick.
It's one of those moments that if you lose this fight, you just delay the game a bunch. 1-1-3 goes forward, they try and lock up Czajek. Immediately they dash back in, public execution going out as well as Ice is ready to kill off Hylissang. It's disaster for Vitality! Look at the storm, baby! It's a tempest from Nuke as BDS just absolutely wipe away Vitality at the Cloud Drake.
Awesome inclement weather down in the bot side. Suddenly, you can now go towards that Baron. You can tank it for forever. Yeah, you lose the dragon, but I don't think they'll particularly care after this point. They'll get themselves the Baron on the top side, and that's going to make things very, very difficult. Absolutely in his whalehouse, and he's delivering right now.
It's not good for Lyncas. 1-1-3 and Parus are waiting just around the corner. Lyncas has no flash, has the cease and desist, might just go on to Irrelevant here. But Parus is there for the follow-up. Permafrost, CC lands, and down goes the Vi. BDS now have the pressure in the top side, only 1 wave to work.
And then you get the extra 10% movement speed from the Medjay's itself. Catching this guy who you've already not really managed to shut down with the Seekers as well that's a hard job to do.
I can't remember him flashing this game. I'm sure he has. Solar Flare just gets the tip of it. Zenith Blade going in as well, but Hylissang engages. It's like, you know he's round the corner, man. Parus goes in as well, lands the charm, is locked up with the cease and desist, but Lyncas pays for it with his life. Irrelevant diving onto the backline now as well, as Carzzy is limping away from this. The all-out from Nako pulls Irrelevant over the wall, and Ice is dashing forward as well with the Valkyrie. Nako And he'll be the only one to stand while the rest of his team falls. BDS now knocking on the doors of the base.
Vitality have not been able to shut down the carries of BDS. Nuke and Ice have had 3 team fights for the grand majority of the game, and they've really looked comfortable with it.
30-minute demolition, really, from BDS. They waited until they were at a powerful point of their composition. Vitality did give them a few extra money bags in the early game as Hylissang falls for the 6th time this game, but really not too much of a challenge, it seems, for BDS here in game 1. We'll see if Vitality can bounce back and make this a 3-game series, or if the way of the LEC will just continue and it will be another clean 2-0. BDS are going to go 1-0 up as Czajek falls once more, as does Lyncas.
They finally remember to right-click on the Nexus, but hey, BDS, they took it slow and steady in that game, as is their style, and they looked really comfortable doing it. Vitality, they had a couple of duff engages in the early game, and it really felt like they couldn't stabilize after that point. They had some good vision control, they had some good building blocks, they just couldn't put them together.
And we can't. We'll go to a quick break. We'll be right back after this. See you on the other side of the break. Wow.